are these people?
Go to my website.
And at that website, there's also merch. So there's a button to pick up an INN t-shirt.
Buy my merch right quick.
Oh, check out that merch. Check it out. Oh, Reef's wearing a beanie. Look at that. Oh, he's heating up his dab rig right now. So yes, you can get an INN beanie over at the merch store too. You go to indienewsnow.com, click on the merch store, and you can pick up one for yourself. Another story that he wrote, as headlines keep breaking and news continues to trickle out, as the IDF soldiers continue to speak out, more IDF soldiers now say that they were ordered to commit war crimes and kill children, which we know, but now it's really coming out in their own newspapers, and they're not able to hide it even amongst their own citizens. Some of their citizens are encouraging it, but there are quite a few that still are against them murdering children. Thankfully, my God, like, look at how low we've set the bar when baby murder is like too much to ask for some people, not murdering babies with American weapons. Okay. So again, in a new Haaretz article, that's an Israeli newspaper, multiple IDF soldiers admit to killing children. Sure they did. But in Hebrew, the Hebrew edition of Israeli newspaper Haaretz just published an article about IDF soldiers getting PTSD from Gaza, but the article contains several admissions from IDF soldiers of killing children and committing war crimes, which were supported and encouraged by commanders. This all needs to go into the Nuremberg 2.0 tribunals. All of this. They are literally admitting it. This is testimony that needs to be heard and eventually used against these soldiers and the people who commanded them. Following orders was not anything that was acceptable at Nuremberg, and all of these people should swing.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Or not so modern solutions. One IDF soldier who went by the pseudonym Yoni in the article admits to opening fire on children, saying that an IDF soldier yelled, "Terrorists, terrorists," with him saying, "We go into a frenzy, and I immediately go up with the Negev," a kind of machine gun, and start spraying, firing hundreds of bullets. Then we rushed forward. Then I realized it was a mistake, he notes. There was no terrorists there. He said, I saw bodies of children, maybe 8 or 10. I have no idea. It was all blood, full signs of gunfire. I knew it was all about me, that I had done it. Yeah, because they were all unarmed. They were children. You murdered them. Yoni went on to say to his IDF commander that his IDF commander supported the massacre of children, saying, after a few minutes, the company commander came and said coldly, as if he wasn't a human being, "They entered an extermination zone. It's their fault. That's how it is in war." Another IDF soldier named in the Nahal Brigade admitted that he was repeatedly given the command to open fire on starving civilians and the so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation aid sites, saying that, quote, his and his friends' day starts at 3:30 a.m., accompanied by drones and armored forces. They set up a sniper position and wait. And then between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m., the trucks arrived and began unloading their contents. And in the meantime, the residents are trying to move forward to take a good place in the queue, but there's a border in front of them, and they don't notice. That's that fence that had them all penned in like cattle. We showed that picture. That's on a thumbnail that was in the intro. The paper quoted him saying,
I'm sure Israel will just give them shock collars next week, and anyone who gets close to the fucking fence just gets automatically exploded. You know?
Like Scanners, or what was
like,
that? Wasn't that the movie Scanners?
Sure.
Had a collar like
Pick
that?
a sci-fi movie. Yeah, a little bomb collar on the outside, something like that. I mean, at this point, how is it not a fucking sci-fi dystopian prison?
Again, the paper quoted this murdering war criminal saying that a line that if they cross, I can shoot them. It's like a game of cat and mouse. They try to come from a different way each time, and I'm there with the sniper rifle, and the officers are shouting at me, "Get off, get off!" I shoot 50 to 60 bullets every day. I stopped counting X's. I have no idea how many I killed. A lot. Children, quote unquote. The IDF sniper testified that his commander ordered him to shoot at children waiting at aid sites, saying the battalion commander would scream on the radio, "Why don't you take it off? They're advancing toward us. It's dangerous." They're standing there with fucking machine guns, and unarmed babies, children, is what's dangerous. The feeling is that we're being put in an impossible situation, and no one prepared us for it. The officers don't care about children dying. They don't care about what it does to my soul. As far as they're concerned, I'm just another tool. Yes, that's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
This is just one of many examples of IOF soldiers saying that they were ordered to fire at civilians at the aid sites, which we've been reporting since they set up the aid distribution sites, which were actually just turkey shoots to murder civilians and let it be the literal fucking Hunger Games, which you can see in a INN news clip on the INN channel called Hunger Games that Reef and Colin covered a couple weeks ago. Here's more. 2 IDF soldiers telling Haaretz in a separate article, quote, "It's a killing field where I was stationed. Between 1 and 5 people were killed every day. They're treated like a hostile force. No crowd control measures, no tear gas, just live fire with everything imaginable. Heavy machine guns, grenade launchers, mortars. Then, once the center opens, the shooting stops. They know they can approach. Our form of communication is gunfire." Wow. And another one said that they were at a similar event.
People. We kill people because they're pests.
From what we heard, more than 10 people were killed there. When we asked why they opened fire, they were told it was an order from above, and the civilians had posed a threat to the troops. I can say with certainty that the people were not close to the forces and did not endanger them. It was pointless. They were just killed for nothing. We keep seeing this testimony over and over and over again. Now, from the IDS soldiers, on top of from the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation whistleblowers like Anthony, what's his name? Begins with a T. I can't remember his last name. But he got carried out of a hearing in D.C. last week for protesting against this. Similarly, multiple IOF soldiers have described similar instances of what Yoni described, commanders creating invisible security parameters and then shooting civilians that enter them without telling them. Yeah, red light, green light, Squid Game. That's absolutely right, Steve Gill. All right. One IDF soldier who spoke to Sky News, right, said that, quote, "We have a territory that we're in, and the commands are everyone that comes inside needs to die. If they're inside, they're dangerous. You need to kill them, no matter who it is. No matter if they're starving and looking for food."
Anthony Aguilar.
Aguilar, that's his name. Tony Aguilar.
Anthony. He does have the H.
Right. All right. IOF soldier admitted it was pretty much like that. Like pretty much everyone that comes into territory, and it might be a teenager riding his bike. It's just poor people, civilians that don't really have too many choices. But the order was given to shoot everyone on site that crossed that imaginary line. So again, shout out to the Dissident on this one. This was a hard one to read. And this came out of Haaretz. But it's important that people that don't read the Israeli newspapers understand that this is what the Israeli newspapers are admitting to their own civilian population. All right. Now, because of that, we're certainly not going to be remonetized. I was going to ask people that if you're able to and have means, please support the stream. Okay. The ways to do that are a Cash App, $ Indie News Network, at co-fi.com/Indie News Network. You got paypal.me/Indie News Network. Got IndieNewsNow.com. We're actually live over there now. We still host over there. We self-host. And then we've got the Substacks, INNnewsletter.com, where we're going to be live later on tonight for boats smashing into other boats. And we're live right now at IndieMediaToday.com, where actually you see the newest name on the board. Darren Sweeney became a paid annual subscriber over at IndieMediaToday.com today. So thank you, Darren. I was able to get that up on the slide before we went live. And we really appreciate all the support to help us fund the media you want to see, pay our bills. We just got hit with a Canva bill last week. That was close to $300. We've got the Restream bill for almost $700 coming up later on this year. Zoom bill. And then there's the monthly subscriptions that we have. And again, this is what we need to do to be able to create content and make good shows. And, you know, Reef and Colin had a theme song made earlier, an all new look and creative. And that cost us a little bit. And we're helping Angel fund a laptop. And we also, hopefully, once we get that all paid, I'd like to do some mutual aid in the fourth quarter of this year. That would be really nice to be able to do. Love you all. Thank you for hanging out. Support independent media because we need it more than ever. We'll see you soon, fam. No! We just fucking lost the stream!
I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want?